Welcome to round one, where we play just the beginning of a game to give you a taste of what it's like. And today we explore the highly narrative campaign adventure Agemonia from Lautapelit, who helped sponsor this video. In fact, we played not one, not two, but 3 tutorial scenarios that had us surviving a flooded city, navigating a dangerous journey, and discovering the hidden pitfalls of an ancient ruin. We scratched just the surface of what this epic game has to offer, and you'll see some of each scenario along the way. And once the dust settles, join us as we discuss the whole experience at the table. Welcome to the table. We are here today to play Agemonia. Now, we're not going to play all of Agemonia. It is a very long, campaign-driven game.
I thought we were playing the whole thing.
Yeah,
No, sorry, Jeremy.
all the scenarios.
I thought we were here for an all-day thing.
And
that would be more than a day.
Speaking of Jeremy, we've got Jeremy Howard here today with us. Jeremy, this is your first round one, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, well, welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me. Thank you. Hey, party people, how y'all doing? I got to do that, right? Here
Hopefully you come back for another round one after this experience.
Yeah.
But like I said, we're here today playing Agemonia. We're going to be playing the sort of parts of the 3 tutorial scenarios to give you a taste of how it progresses through those tutorials, because the game introduces different concepts somewhat slowly through those 3, and you're going to see sort of exploration and some checks. Then you might see some combat in scenario 2, and then the last scenario, I think, brings it all together with a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of some more puzzles and things like that.
And some more puzzles for sure.
Because it's a cooperative game, and so you're working together to clear these scenarios. And so when it comes to solving those puzzles, I think teamwork is going to have to be important. Jeremy comes from a solo game background, so
I wouldn't need you guys, really. Honestly, I'm really throwing them a bone by being here.
We'll see how that goes. One thing to keep in mind is, like Ryan said, it is a cooperative game, and I haven't had a lot of experience playing it yet, but from what I've read and from what I've seen a little bit, that cooperative nature really comes into play quite a bit, more than I feel, at least what I've seen a lot of other sort of adventure tactical games like this, because there's a number of things that we might be able to accomplish, and it's going to take a lot of orchestrated cooperation to get as many of those things done as we can.
This is like time, so it's really up against these cards. We have a timer, so we really have to spread out. It's kind of known that you need to spread out, get to where the points are, unveil them, and deal with the events as we go along.
Yeah,
we got to get to them.
Yeah.
when you're looking at this board, you just see a sea of things that you can interact with, and I'm a completionist. I want to hit every single one of these interactions.
Yeah.
But you'll see that momentarily. We're going to play a couple rounds of each just to give you a little taste, and we can jump right in. Who are we playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Zuvasai, who is one of like the fantasy races. This game is a complete fantasy world. My primary skill is willpower. As we level these characters up over the course of the campaign, their abilities become a little different. You start to specialize and branch out. At the start, we're kind of all the same as far as our abilities go, but our stats are different. And I have 3 willpower, which I think is the highest willpower at the table.
Yeah, that is different, because my sort of special stat is agility. I have a 3 in agility. I am Matajam. This is, I think, one of the more recent characters that has been announced when we're filming this. He's a 4-armed sort of lizard-type creature, which makes sense for the agility, right? He's got 4 arms. Yeah. He's getting a lot done in a short amount of time. And our movements can sometimes be different too, because your movement is 2 or maybe 3 if you use some stamina. Mine's 2 or 3, but I have to use less stamina, and you are slow.
Yeah, I'm slow, but I pack a punch. All right,
that's true.
My name is Torax. All right,
and
I'm a beatdown kind of guy. I like that's what I like. That kind of character. So of course, strength is my priority, but I can't move at all. Like I have to take my sweet time coming in, but then I hit the big stick. So yeah. So
we're gonna dive right in. We've got this deck here, which is going to be all these various points on the map that we might interact with. We don't know what they are. But we know effectively kind of where we want to get to. And one of the cool things, and you'll see this as we play, is some of these will be revealed when you're within a certain distance. So there's going to be lots of little carrots dangled in front of us as we move around and go, uh-oh, maybe we should go over there and check that out. But it might be competing with another thing that we want to do. So it should be fun.
There is a story deck here that contains kind of all the narrative, and there's also a story that kind of sets up the scenario that we're playing, which is scenario 1 right here.
Yeah, we will try to read this as quickly as possible. It's called the Flooded Inn, this scenario.
I want to know what's going on.
Yeah. The city of Ambergate stands on dozens of small islands connected by canals and bridges. One such island holds the shimmering Squid Inn, where you are staying. One evening, you are standing on the balcony overlooking the magnificent gate from which the city gets its name, a doorway into nowhere. A few weeks ago, the runes decorating the gate lit up with an eerie blue radiance. People have come from far and wide to witness this phenomenon, just as you admire it from your balcony. Just then, the gate starts to crackle with azure energy, and water starts to pour in through it. The canals overflow, and the islands closest to the gate are completely submerged. Cries of panic and the ringing of bells fill the air. You rush downstairs into the common room where water is already knee-deep. The innkeeper, the barmaid, and the customers all look desperately in need of help as the water pours in through the door and the windows. To help them, you will need to act quickly. So that's the flavor for this scenario. And now we just turn right back to that. So I love storybooks, by the way.
Yeah. So we got to get this done before we get flooded, basically.
Basically, it sounds like it. So there's a barkeep, a server, the barman himself, the bartender.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like a joke that you're telling.
Yeah. I know.
So yes, thematically, we're trying to get this done before the flood takes us all. Mechanically, we're getting it done in 5 rounds.
Okay, well, that's obviously then we need to kind of plan before we even take our first turns. We can kind of talk about what we want to do. I see a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a boat.
So I think in a flood.
Water.
There's a boat. There looks to be a bridge that
here.
looks like it's a little underwater already.
Yep.
Although it's not a great bridge.
I'm just thinking about who I can save.
Yeah,
yes,
these are probably
people.
people.
So you're the good guy.
Right.
Right. I'm like, where can we get out of here?
No, at least until another scenario comes. Yes, I am.
So, and here's the interesting thing about how this works is there's an initiative, and in a lot of scenarios there are initiative cards that you'll flip over, so the initiative will vary. But the initiative is going to tie in to the actions we choose, because during every round, all the players at the same time are going to choose which of their actions they want to use. We all start with 2 actions, and you're going to get 1 action during your turn and a maneuver. And in many cases, you can choose an action that basically just gives you a second maneuver, in which case you're just going to be doing 2 maneuvers. My guess is we're probably going to be, I mean, I know I'm going to be picking that one the first time.
Yeah.
So we pick our action. I'm going to pick that one too. So I'm on extra maneuver. What are you going to do? Are you going to do extra maneuver or are you going to focus?
So I kind of want to get to the bar, which I can already get to with 1 movement.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a check waiting. I'm going to focus just in case there's some kind of check waiting. And this will increase all of my stats by 1 for the current round. So it could be useful.
All right. So now that we've chosen those, you can see my extra maneuver has this green icon. Ryan's focus has blue.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your extra maneuver also has a green. So we look at the initiative, and it's going to go red, blue, green. So that means Ryan is going to be the first to act.
Okay, so I will do my movement. Normally I can only move 2 spaces, but I can spend 2 stamina to move 3. The bar is 1, 2, 3 spaces away, so I am going to do that. So I'm going to spend 2 stamina to get to move 3 spaces. So I will start my movement. However, my movement is immediately interrupted.
Yes.
Card H reveals when you are 0 spaces away from it, which effectively means you're on that space.
So I'm going to look up card H here,
Yeah,
and I'll
find
give you the pleasure. Now, we pull these cards out. You're going to read the front, and oftentimes it'll either say to flip it, or you'll have to do something in order to flip
Let's
it.
see what we
But
have
go
here.
ahead and take a read
The
there.
Shimmering Squid. In the common room, the innkeeper is directing customers upstairs. The stout Corallian heartily welcomed you yestereve, but he is now clearly fighting off panic. In this card, if I want, I can offer help from this current spot. I'm already on that spot. I have to be 0 spaces away. So I can go ahead and just flip this card over to offer help, and I'll do that. The innkeeper's plea. Are you certain you can face the current? As Bakura is my witness, I want no harm to come to you. He looks you up and down, appraising you from head to toe. In fact, perhaps you could help with the bridge. I fear it will collapse, and then the escape route will be cut off for many townsfolk. Work hard, and may the Creator's success flow down on us all. There are others in need of your help, such as the silk merchant and the barmaid.
Yeah.
Who knows who else is still inside the rooms? Just then, a gush of waves sends more water and debris in through the open door. You must hurry.
Oh boy. So that was a little bit more flavor for what's happening and a little direction, right?
Yeah.
So we've got the barmaid. Is that what they said?
No, that's where the innkeeper is. The barmaid, well, the barmaid might be over here,
Yeah,
or maybe over here.
And then he said there may be other people in the rooms, which I'm guessing might be this. And then, of course, the bridge that he referenced.
Yeah,
is
he
out
didn't
here.
mention the boat, but the boat's still important.
The bridge seemed top of his list. So, but you were headed towards the bar, right?
Yeah, I'm headed towards the bar. So I stopped there. So my second move is going to trigger another event, which is D.
Yes.
Because that's one space away.
See,
so kind of as I run by, I get to kind of see what I'm looking at, and then somebody else might be able to come in there and capitalize on it. Because I don't think I'm going to change my plan here.
Oh, can I read what you're looking at?
You may.
All right. A mysterious stranger. A distraught, one-eyed Ignosaur is rushing to her room where a strange-looking device awaits. You have seen her here in the inn and have overheard her introducing herself as a silk merchant.
Ooh.
Ignosaurs are not a common sight in Ambergate, and silk merchants have no use for such devices. So, sounds like something is afoot with this silk merchant and this device.
Yeah.
You can approach her, but you have to be in that space to do so. So, Ryan is in the middle of his movement, and he could continue on where he was going, or he could divert his path over to the silk merchant.
I think I got that part.
You're going to go?
I think I got that.
You're going to check that out?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just set this to the side.
You can't
and we'll
flip
know,
it.
yeah, we cannot flip it yet, but it remains out. We know that you have to get to D. So,
Over there.
all right, well then I will continue my movement then, as I was, to the bar. And there's one more reveal. It's B.
Oh boy, man, we're just revealing so much
Well,
here.
I am bolting straight to the bar through all the chaos.
All right, you want to do the honors of the dangling chandelier?
Dangling chandelier. Oh. You cannot jump over the high bar, but above it hangs a chandelier. This seems more like something you would do.
Maybe. For the more agile of the group.
The light of the candles glimmers in the flowing water. An athlete might be able to jump up from the water, grab the chandelier, and swing their way forward. So it's going to tell me I can flip this if I'm one space away, which I currently am.
Oh.
There is a skill check on the other side of this card. It says Bar Acrobatics. If you are one space away, you may spend one movement point to make a agility check, and you have to get 3 successes. If you do, you can swing over the bar.
Your agility's not awful.
Well, my agility is 3 right now because of my focus. It looks like behind the bar there's a trap door too, so you could swing over this bar into the trap door, but that's card C. So do you have card C in there as well?
Yes,
Because I'm 2 spaces
C.
away from card C. So I'm seeing a lot of stuff as I kind of run through.
Man,
here.
you're like revealing all the cards, Ryan.
Yeah.
Jeremy and I are not going to be able to do anything.
Round one.
You want someone to reveal.
Ryan won.
Once all the cards are revealed, though, then you guys can decide
I know.
which of these things you want to actually approach.
Yeah.
I've got to read the title of this. Do you want to do the honors on the actual
Go ahead.
text? The name is Stella's Grick Needs Saving.
Oh, what's a grace?
So,
Well, I'm assuming we're going to
all
find
right,
out.
here it goes. The innkeeper's stepdaughter, Stella, has a pet grick called Fungus. Fungus is caught in the cellar and is in danger of drowning. To help her, you have to grab the grick, or convince it to jump into your lap.
Oh.
And you have to make an agility or
I wonder if the Grick is a nice thing or a nasty little thing.
Yeah, it's got that little trap door.
So what are you going to have to do?
So you have to be right there, and then you have to be right there because it says 0. And then you have to do a check. The agility, and this was...
Oh, no.
a 5 check on an agility.
Yeah. So put that up there.
I mean, 5 agility.
Well, it's agility. It's agility or will.
Or will, yeah.
Oh, I have a higher will.
So it's the 2 options.
Right.
It's kind of
Right.
thematically representing both of those things.
Well,
so you can't do that yet, but you can flip
cannot.
over and maybe do it.
I can't flip over. I have to spend a movement point
To get there.
to get over there.
Yeah.
I can use the chandelier with a movement point. I have no movement points yet left. I took focus.
Yeah.
It turns out I didn't actually need it because there were no checks to make.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that when I took it, so I don't
Yeah.
get to do my extra maneuver. So
Them's the breaks,
so
as they say.
blue is done with initiative.
So Ryan's done now. Both of us chose green, so we're next, but since it's a cooperative game, we can decide who should go next. Do you want to go check out the Silk Merchant, or should I? Because I'm going to come out here and take a look outside.
Okay, so yeah, let me just check out the Silk Merchant. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using extra maneuver. That allows me to do one maneuver and then another one. The one I'm going to be using is movement. My natural movement is 1. So I'm going to move 1, there, and then I'll spend one of my stamina to move another.
2.
Yep.
So
there you go.
And that was D.
That was card D, a mysterious stranger. So you're on that space.
So you can flip it. Yeah, check this out.
Mysterious stranger, do you know me? Oh. How do you know me?
Do you know me?
Do you know me? It says, Verderant, the son, she says in relief, and addresses you by your name. It is you. Please help me. I left some valuable manuscripts in Bertie, in your understable. Would you save them for me before they get wet? It says, you have seen her in the inn, but have never spoken to her before. How does she recognize you?
Ooh.
Says, please, there is no time for that. I have the means for escape, but you must assist me.
Okay, can I just say right now that the silk merchant seems a little suspect?
I think super suspect.
First of all, they had a device in their room that doesn't seem... And now she's like, no questions, just go to the stable and help me out.
Yeah.
The stable is very far away. The boat is over here. The stable's over here.
All right, so that was... You just learned a little bit more about what we might want to do.
If we can get the manuscripts, she can get us out of the flood.
All right, I'm going to come out the door here if I can. I've got some movement, so I'm going to get out there. I'm not sure whether I'm going to check out the bridge or go to this boat, but we'll see. So my first thing is going to be, I have 2 maneuvers. My first is going to be to move, and I'm going to use just one of my stamina to move 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, the moment I come out here, I have to be on the spot to see what J is. Yeah, but the moment I come out, I can see what this L is.
Yeah, let's see. It's probably a boat, I hope.
I'm assuming it's a boat.
Oh, it's a blocked street, actually. There's a blockage there.
So, blocked street, L. The street outside the inn has been blocked by a broken gondola, carried by the flood. An escaping Patangan family with many 4-armed children is stuck on the other side. These are my people.
Yeah,
those are your people.
Like it.
Yeah. The strong current keeps the gondola in place. The Patangan mother looks at you with desperation in her reptilian eyes. I mean, how can I not do this?
You got to go help them.
For the culture.
So I have to lift the gondola, which is a check, but I have to be over there, obviously, to do it. It is a strength 4. Strength's not my strongest suit, but I could do it. So let's put this out there.
Yep.
And I'm going to, I'll go ahead. I'll just use my next maneuver without stamina to move over there. 1, 2. So now I'm there. So I can interact with it.
Okay.
So the way these things work, these checks aren't an action in and of themselves typically, except for Ryan's where he had to spend a movement. You had to use at least one of your movement to do that. Mine is just free. So I've got a strength or a might check of 4.
It's possible.
And I'm rolling 2 dice.
Each die has a side that's 2 successes.
Yeah.
So it's
and
possible.
An explosion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so you'll see what I roll here, but it's very interesting. All right.
You got
there
it.
You go.
Here's we go.
So
No, this isn't an explosion.
No, but you can spend that. You can spend up to 2 stamina to turn that into 2 successes.
Yeah, so this one is 2 successes. These symbols here mean you can spend either 1 or 2 stamina to either get 1 or 2 successes. I'm definitely spending
You've
the
got
2.
the stamina.
Now
Nice.
I've gotten the 4, so we succeeded.
It says flip it over.
Flip her over.
Okay, we got some more reading here to do. Families saved.
Aww.
Straining your muscles to the extreme, you manage to move the gondola aside. The relieved families can escape the flood. May the stars shine upon you, many of them say in Nitigri fashion. The Patangan children deftly climb over the remaining debris. That's because they have 4 arms, by the way.
Yeah.
While their mother turns to you, forming a complex symbol with her 4 claws.
Ooh.
I thank the spirits, and I thank you. Ooh. That is very cool. Place this card in the salvage pile and reveal story card, and it's this symbol here, this red dot.
A red dot.
I'm going to put this in the salvage pile. These can come into play towards the end of the scenario. You'll need to get things in your salvage pile.
Looks like that, a little boat.
All right. That is it. A little boat. While moving the gondola, you notice a small boat stuck behind it. I mean, a boat might come in handy in a flooded scene.
Yeah, that's why we came over there.
It looks precarious. It bobs precariously on the waves, but does not turn over. A small push might allow you to move it to a place where it could hold your salvage. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So I could move the boat. I could do this right now, couldn't I?
You need to use a whole maneuver to flip it.
Oh, I need a maneuver to flip it.
So you're not doing it this round.
So this is going to be probably what I try to do in round 2. So I'm going to have to use a maneuver to flip that card and do whatever it says on that. But that is my turn as well. Do we want to play...
It's a whole other round.
Another round. So we're going to play one more round of this around the table, and then we're probably going to move on to scenario 2.
So at the end of, after everybody has taken their turns, we will take a flip of fate card. Now these mean different things in the next round, but in the next scenario. But for right now, they just are a round tracker for our thing. Now we have 4 rounds to complete the scenario.
Yeah, 4 more rounds.
4 more rounds. It feels like we've barely done anything.
I see. We haven't even come to the other page
Well,
yet.
we've revealed a lot, but we haven't done a lot.
There's a whole stable over here.
There's a whole nother situation over here.
Although I don't know about the stable with the silk merchant.
I don't know. That looks like a wagon over there. That could be important.
It is true.
The
Lots
documents
of, like
are
I
over
said,
there.
lots of dangling carrots. So let's talk.
Let's figure
round
out.
2.
I'm going to do focus. I'm going to try to help that Grick. So
I want to find out what's over here. I
stay
just
with
want to
focus.
take my slow self over that way.
So there's a lot of water. You got to move really
not,
slow. It's fine.
So I feel I have to use an extra maneuver again.
'cause you
Since
gotta-
I'm going to be using a maneuver to flip that, I have no idea what's on their side. And then I might want to move away afterwards.
Right. You don't want to waste your turn. Sure.
Although
it could be a check, but usually the check would be on that front side.
I'm going to go extra maneuver. What are you going to... You're going extra
I
maneuver
wanna do
just so
extra
you can move.
I'm
so I
focusing
can
again.
I will be more useful later on, people. I
So-
will.
So this is just like the last time.
So let's
Ryan
focus
is going to
again.
go first.
All right, so I am going to try to do my bar acrobatics. I'm going to spend my maneuver to swing across. I need a success of 3. So I can
When you don't
roll...
even have to spend your maneuver, by the way. You have to spend 1 move point.
Right, 1
so
move
you could
point.
use
I
them,
get
and then
2.
you have extra
true.
moves afterwards.
So I'm going to roll. I get 3 dice to roll here, and I need 3 successes.
Oh, boy.
See it.
Let's see if I get as lucky
What
as
could
you
go
did.
wrong?
Whoa,
There you
that
go.
was a great roll.
What could go wrong?
Nailed
Right,
it.
bar acrobatics. Success, move to any area adjacent to the bar.
There you go.
Oh, so you want to go behind it, right?
Yeah.
I'll swing back there.
Get that Grick.
Yeah.
Oh, for the rest of the turn, you may spend 1 movement point to move to any area adjacent to B.
Oh, wow.
So I can swing in there and swing back.
I like it.
He's just dangling on the
I'm like,
chandelier,
hey, cat,
getting stuff
Grick,
done.
come up here. That's right. I'm not even getting off the chandelier.
More likely, he got up there and he's like, "How do I get down?"
That card just got more exciting as you look at it with the guy hanging on from it. Just got way more excited.
I gotta rescue Fungus the Grick. I need 5 though here. 5 willpower. So I have 4 dice to roll, but there's only 3 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll.
So I'm gonna.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's
So this is 2.
explosion.
Yeah.
So that's 1 success.
That's
plus
1
it
success.
explodes, so I'll re-roll it,
Oh, and then you've got that.
and then I get 1 more die to roll.
Yep. So we've
because
got
of my
1 success
4th
and
die.
3 of those that you can use.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's another
2
2 successes plus it explodes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to spend some.
2 successes and then spending some.
I need a total of 5. So I've got 2 successes so far, and I can spend up to 6 more. So
spend them, man. Spend them.
I just need to spend 3 stamina
Yep.
Yeah.
to make it 5 total successes.
Okay.
So I flipped it with a willpower check. Fungus the Grick. Oh, this thing is like a little like it looks.
Oh,
like
it's adorable.
It's like a cat bumblebee thing.
Oh, it's ugly.
You'll see.
It's gross.
You take Fungus the Grick in your arms and pet it gently. It is wet and miserable, but safe.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Stella has run to the stairs. She waves at you and yells, "Oh, thank you. May the stars shine upon you, kind savior. Please bring him to me." Place this card below your hero.
Oh.
You may give this card to another hero in the same area as your hero. On my turn to there, so we can pass Grick around.
Pass the Grick.
Ooh.
If the hero with this card gets back to the staircase, then I get to place this card into the salvage pile.
Oh.
So basically, I have to get it out of the inn.
Well, can you... You have some stuff left,
I have
right?
1 movement point left, which I can
and that's
use to swing back across the bar.
on that side. And then maybe... on
And then
your
next turn, I'll be able to get back there.
get out
Ooh,
So,
can you hand that off like from 1 space away?
no, you have to be on the same space.
Oh.
Oh, I could. Man, it's well, is it possible?
You could do it.
You could, but then we won't be.
That's true.
I have to come back this way
That's
anyway.
true.
Yeah.
If I want to get out the door, I got to come back.
See, this
here,
is another one of those examples where Ryan's got, hey, I've got the Grick, let's save the Grick. And Jeremy's like, I could help you, but I'm going to check out this room.
Right. I want to do something sort of heroic.
The Grick has a name. It's Fungus.
I'm sorry, Fungus the Grick.
Fungus. All right. Here we go. So we are back to the point where we could choose because we're both green, and that's the initiative that we are on.
Yeah.
So
Why don't you come and see?
I'm gonna go see.
Oh,
here.
there's a wall here.
Yeah,
so
you got to
have
move around it.
here.
Right.
It's only 1-2 spaces away.
So I have my maneuver, which of course is going to be my initial is 1.
Yep.
All right. And then I'm going to spend one of my stamina to move 2.
For your second maneuver?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to stop here.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
Because you're
going to
see
what's going on there.
A chest-carrying clergyman.
All righty. Here we go.
That's never
never a good
That
size.
could be a good idea. There's something probably valuable.
And he's
in the
really
chest.
holding on to this. He's hanging on to his little. He's like, hold on, man. I don't want to get rid of it. He says, you see a priest of the 5th eye carrying a heavy chest marked with exquisite signs. It says the chest seems too heavy for the elderly Nihurgi man, but he is desperately trying to keep it above water. He refuses help, saying he has vowed before the 5th eye to take care of it alone. Now, this is the thing. I have a check that I'm not really good at here. I have 2
willpower?
will, and I need 5. I need a 5 to get there.
Can you be 1 space away to do it, or do you have to be on the space?
I can be 0 spaces away. But
Oh,
you know
so you
what?
have to be in there.
If you know me, I have 1 more movement to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in there.
You're gonna try anyway?
You know me. I live on the end of a lightning bolt. Here we go. Dusty Road
So
style, baby.
what are you trying to do in
So
fact?
I just need to hit.
Convince him.
To-
Convince him to
Oh,
let you help
to
with
let
that.
me get it. All
I
right.
bet it's full of gold.
I'm sure it's full of something good.
Don't be afraid to fail, y'all. Here we go.
You need an explosion.
All
you
right.
got one.
You got explosion.
That's 2.
So that's 2.
2
You're gonna
plus-
roll another one.
Come on.
I'm going to roll another one.
Okay.
Oh, so 4 is the most you can get.
yeah, the most you get is 4. So don't even spend it, obviously.
Okay.
Well, my next
Okay. You convinced me.
my next turn, you guys probably won't see this, but my next turn I think I'm going to come in. I'll give you the Grick. I'll convince him, and then you can run the Grick back up.
Okay.
He's not exactly the best runner.
Well, but he's also not exactly the best convincer.
That's true.
There's nothing to punch in this scenario. There will be in scenario 2.
There will
so.
be.
Plus, I just love the idea of Thorax walking with the Grick in his
I
hand.
know. Take this slimy thing away from me.
Right. Well, you're out here with the boat.
Okay, I'm out there with the boat. So I need to spend a maneuver. I have 2 of them this round. So I'll spend a maneuver to flip that. Let's see what happens.
All righty.
Oh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Hey.
Oh, nice. So
Oh, it's a new event.
Yeah, it actually is a place that's going to cover this space right.
Is it that space?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because I moved the boat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I've basically, it said a small push might allow you
Yeah.
to move it to a place where you can store salvage. So this goes right here. As you can see, it covers up
Yeah.
J.
Oh,
So it's actually going to,
Oh,
that's
it's another
pretty
treasure
sweet.
chest spot, so you don't have to come to the stairs. You can come to the boat instead to deliver fungus.
Oh, nice. Well, does that say that specifically?
Yeah, it says to a treasure chest symbol, but this was the only treasure chest symbol on the board.
Oh.
And so
I mean,
you
that one is
revealed
closest, but if we're going to end up coming out this
Yeah.
way anyway, you may
Correct.
as well
Yeah.
drop fungus in the boat.
Drop fungus.
Well, we actually have not found a way out of this yet. We thought the boat was going to give us a way out. It hasn't. I think we're going to have to get across to the stable in the next couple
You
rounds.
still have another
Yeah, and I
maneuver.
still have another maneuver, so
Yeah.
I'm going to actually move over to check out what J is.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 1, 2. That's going to
3.
cost me 3, so I
you can
will
do
have
it.
to spend a stamina.
We're just burning through stamina.
You're
We have
right.
no, we have
we have
no
no-
idea. The penalty, the price.
We're going to
for
get
that.
over here. It says those who have 10 stamina.
Right.
So I'm going to move over to this section next to the
Section
boat
J.
and J.
Just burning stamina. I love it.
Ooh, bridge over troubled water. How,
like
how
that.
poetic.
We're not going to sing the song for copyright issues, but bridge over troubled water. The flowing waters and the floating debris have damaged the bridge, obviously, and it is in danger of collapsing into the canal. To clear the bridge would require strength, and to remove the debris from the supporting beams takes dexterity. That's
Oh.
what I'm about. To direct the fleeing citizens to help would demand leadership. Oh, I'm guessing there's going to be a check that
I see.
maybe
So we
gives us
all three
options.
need to get in there.
Fortunately, you are in a position to help. So clear the bridge. I have to be where it's at, and I can do this. So it's a free action for me. I'm going to flip this. Helping out. Okay, so it is a test. As you can see, there is a might, agility, or will test of 4. Success. If successful, place an X marker on this card. Only one X marker may be placed on the card each round.
I see. So we're probably going to get graded at the end of the scenario based on how many markers we've added to that.
Yeah, so I'm going to place this
Oh, it's just one more thing we have to deal with.
Yeah.
right up there.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to do that skill test because, again, that is something I can do for free because I've gotten there. You have the X tokens?
I do have X tokens.
So the X tokens are going to be, they're just generic tokens that are going to go to signify that you've accomplished things. I'll set them right here.
Assuming that you succeed on your check here.
He's
So
going to
this is-
succeed. What are you talking
This is the cool thing. We can each choose our best thing. So I'm going to definitely choose agility. So I'm rolling 3, and I'm trying to get a 4.
One roll, baby. Here we go. One roll. Boom.
Whoa, 2 explosions. So that's 2 already.
So that's 2 already. I'll roll those again.
Wow.
3, 4,
5.
I got plenty. I'll just roll it for fun. Okay.
So you got 5. So you
Five.
got
5, so I got it. So we'll place it. We don't flip it, I don't
it.
think.
No, not yet.
No.
You just add an X token to it.
You add an X token. So this is one of those things where you're like, we're helping out for this bridge. I'm sure we'll learn later in this scenario what we had to do there.
Yeah, but it doesn't tell
Do we
us
put
how
more?
many.
Do we put more on there?
can.
Yes, you can keep putting
One
more
per
on
round.
there. 1 per round. So it's one of those things where I think at the end of the scenario, we'll find out whether we helped enough.
We're definitely gonna find out.
So
Better safe than sorry. I think whenever any of us pass through here, we might want to lend a helping hand.
yeah, and that is the end of the round. We always flip over a new card.
Yeah.
And we're going to finish playing this scenario,
Yeah.
but then we're going to come back with scenario 2. So we'll talk about what happened here.
Yeah, we'll
just
give
in
you a little
minute.
bit of recap, and we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, we are 2 rounds in to scenario 2. We did finish scenario 1.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get a little ways into scenario 2 so we could show off some of the combat, and I'm pretty sure it's about to happen.
It is. We escaped the inn, the flooded inn.
Yes.
We're not going to tell you how we did it or how it happened because we don't want to spoil. But let's just say we did help as many people as we could.
We did.
We helped as many animals as we could. And we were able to get rescued that way. And that brought us here to this trail. We're trying to get to a city. And again, there's a quest that we're going on here that might be a little spoilery. But the gist of it is that we need to get this cart all the way through this path from one end to the other. Of course, there's this giant tree blocking our path and these spiders. So the person, that's not great at manual labor, my character, is doing manual labor. But we don't want Torak to be wasted shoveling when he could be fighting spiders. So
It's time. It's time for me to use my slow movement and put it to the test in combat.
Hopefully you can just be like a roadblock for all those things. What are they called, by the way? They're
they're
not
called skitterers.
skitterers.
And we already revealed a lot of cards along the way as we moved through, but we haven't had a lot of time to really explore things because we are on a timed mission. Not that we have a certain time limit, but that our score is going to be better based on how fast we do it. They did tell us that. They said if we can complete it within a certain number of rounds, we get more bonuses at the end.
Right.
We got some really good bonuses at the end of the first scenario.
Yeah, we did get a number of things. We'll talk about some of those things as we take our turns here, as we get things going. But I think Ryan already mentioned there's a tree in the way of the cart. We got to get that out of the road, and the spiders. That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah, and we've got these 2 hard at work cards that David and I have been working on.
Yeah.
There's some new components you'll see here too, like the monster board that tracks the health of these different skitterers. And we have an initiative deck. Instead of initiative being printed on the board, it's now handled by that deck. And it tells us in what order the monsters move in relation to us. And the monsters here, in this case, are a blue monster. So we'd look at the blue monster on the initiative card.
All right, so let's go ahead and just choose our actions first,
Yeah.
and then we'll still go through the same thing. So first thing, choosing your actions. Then we reveal an initiative card. We take our turns. Enemy takes their turns according to this initiative card, and we flip. And that's really, we're just unfolding more of the game as we play. So
what are you thinking?
I'm smashing, man.
Are you-
I'm right there. I'm right there. They can come to me. I go to them. It does not matter to me. It's going down.
And that is an interesting thing because you have to actually choose that you're going to attack during this phase.
So it's going down, and the thing is that this has been added here. So I'm just hoping whether the AI goes first and comes to me or I go to them. It's going down.
What's it called, by the way?
It's called Raging Smash.
Raging Smash,
Oh,
and
wow.
you've got the Fist of...
Yeah. So I have this item, and we picked up some items. And the thing is, and this is, of course, to help with attacks. So you have to have melee or range, magic. He has magic. Yep. But I have the Fist of Torax, which this item does not cause me any kind of negative status. It's just me with my big clobbering fist. So I don't have this beautiful scepter or whatever that's in my hand right now. Not yet. So I'm going to be able to roll 2 dice and then attack like that. Kind of roll 2 dice for my attack and do stat checks just like we did before.
So I'm going to focus because my situation right now is I'm on the other side of this downed tree trying to chop away at it so that there's less of it to move. Because I think we're going to need to get to this spot right here so that we can move the tree. And Ryan has to successfully cut down the tree on his end.
Yeah.
But I'm going to focus this time so that I can definitely get that skill check done. And then I might come help you with the skitterers. Yeah. I might not. Depends on how bad they are.
Yeah, I'm going to focus too, because I didn't realize when I came up here that this was going to be a 6 strength check.
Yeah.
And my strength is 1. However, if you have the shovel or the axe, which I do have the shovel, we found there was a whole bunch of tools in the cart that we were able to take. I took the shovel and the hook and rope, which I had to use to even climb up here.
Yeah, the hook and rope really helped you quite a bit. Or did it require the hook and rope?
Yeah, it was just giving me a bonus to climbing up here. So I had the hook and rope for that. So I'm going to hopefully, with between the shovel, between my bonus focus, and maybe a lucky roll, I might be able to actually dig out these roots with a 6. I tried last round and failed. I'm going to try again. We also had a few other things. I was able to calm a tongrel, which is like a horse. So I got a special card.
That's the thing that's pulling the cart.
It is. We all got some money, and we got this cool recommendation letter, which...
We're not sure what it's for.
We're not sure what this is for, but we got it from somebody specific in the first scenario.
We got a couple things like that. And before we flip the initiative card, I did want to mention I also have a hand axe and a small bow.
Yeah.
The axe is helping me right now with the tree situation, right?
Yeah.
But the bow is going to come into play, I'm sure, when I get down to help you. So
get your Legolas on.
And there are some spaces that we should identify that when you go into them, you have to take a reaction to them because it's dangerous terrain and it's going to do some damage to you. So you have to roll some dice to defend.
Some blue dice, which we haven't seen yet.
The blue dice.
But you will see because blue dice are also what you roll in defense. And I'm guessing, Torax is probably going to get attacked.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm ready.
All right. So flip that initiative.
So first thing we do is flip an initiative card and see the order.
All right. So now we have the blue. The blue enemy is going to go first.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good. But this is a special attack, which we're not going to see in this scenario. And then we will look to the eye that's on here to tell us what's going to happen. So move 2.
Each spider's going to move 2 spaces.
So 1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. 1, 2.
And any that's within that melee range that's on your space is going to attack you.
Yep. So
and you need a reaction
of 2.
And that's your
agility.
It's your agility that you react with. So you get 1.
Oh
boy.
Well, I do save 1. So then when I take damage, what I do is I flip these tokens. I flip them over, and they go to the side like that.
Yeah, so now we have 2 stacks of them. So when we use these like this for the stamina, you don't flip them. But wounds, you have to flip them. And then the recover action is a little bit more interesting this time because you can actually heal wounds or recover stamina.
I do have the option. I could make this one more success. So I have these little tokens that we got here. And we got these as rewards. In the previous scenario, we got some, and I'm not going to spoil others. There are group rewards and individual rewards, and we can use these for successes for multiple different checks that are in the game. Mainly, you want to use them for, just to kind of extend things. But yeah, I'm going to use this to maybe add success if I wanted to save that 1 damage. I'm takey. I'm fine with it.
No, I think so.
I'm takey.
What we thought we were doing so well, we thought we smashed the first scenario, but we got 2 out of 4 possible experience achievements.
Achievement tokens, yeah.
So we could have gotten 2 more of these, but we didn't.
All right.
So that was just the spider's turn.
That was just that, yeah.
So then there's no red monster on the board.
Or the skitterers. We got to remember skitterers.
So did anybody take a red action?
So red. You.
I'm red. No one else?
No,
yeah, I'm blue.
No, I'm blue.
All right, so I'm focused up. I'm going to continue trying to chop away at this F. So
you only need a 4 success.
A 4 strength.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 dice, but
if you have the shovel or the axe is +2, shovel's +1.
And that's just successes, right?
You need 2.
So you usually really need to roll 2.
There you go.
You got it.
2.
That's it.
In fact,
3.
Three.
So having one of those
More than enough.
X markers So each marker that you add to this is going to help us remove the tree, and you've added 2 so far.
Do you think that's enough, or do you think I should stick around and do that? Or should I go help him?
I feel like he's going to need some help.
I'll be fine.
And that was
see.
that didn't even take an action, right?
That was that was not your actual maneuver. No.
So I think I'll probably maneuver down towards him, but I'm not going to go where you are at. I think I will move 1, 2. Now there is a mushroom here.
Yeah, we did reveal that there's a night-capped mushroom. We saw that as Torax ran by it. Do you want to stop and pick it up, or do you want to move?
No, because I'd have to use a stamina to move into that space.
That's true. Stamina's. We were spending stamina like crazy in the first scenario.
Yeah.
But now it's health.
We need to be more careful for sure.
It's health now too.
Earlier too, by the way, in earlier runs, I ran over here and got one of these Star Lotuses as well, which will heal when used. But I don't know if I want to keep going off the beaten path too much. So yeah, I'm just gonna move there for my maneuver. I'm positioned to help the fight.
All right. We're both blue. Let me try to chop my tree. Let's see if I can even do that.
It's a big test.
It's a big test. It's a 6. I've got 1 strength plus 1 die from my focus.
Yeah.
Plus 2 automatic successes from my shovel.
All right.
So I just need to get a 4.
All right, but you also
on 2
don't
dice.
Forget your.
But I've got these.
You use one. You use one.
So I really only need to get 3 here. Oh, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I spend 2 stamina.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at half stamina.
Yeah.
That's 4.
Which
plus 2, it's 6. So boom.
Nice.
Can you give me an X token?
Yep.
And there are 2 spaces that I can come down to join you guys. I can come back around to H and jump down, or I can come down over to D, risk some damage, and jump down where you guys are on D.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go this way. I get 2 movement unless I want to... do I really want to spend another stamina? I'm just going to move.
Left?
I'm going to come over here. I don't have much.
Oh, no.
We already revealed B, which was the spider swarm, so we don't reveal it again.
Skitterer.
The Skitterer swarm. I have to get to D if I want to jump down and join you guys, but it's our best chance to get this tree. We can move the cart 2 spaces per turn, but at this space we can only move it 1 because it's going to run into that tree.
So the thing is on autopilot. It just has to have the ability to move, and it takes up a lot of space.
It does. It takes up
3 space of the 4.
3 out of the 4, which is the first time we've really had anything else on the board that takes up dots. But each space has a certain number of dots. Like my space only has 1 dot, so nobody else can join me there.
Yeah, it makes things quite a bit more complicated than the last scenario. In the last scenario, we also split up, so it wasn't like we were on top of each other much. Yeah. All right, man. It's clobbering time.
It is definitely clobbering time.
Yeah, you've been talking a big game. So you got to live up to that here.
Let's do this. All right, so my guys here, I'm going to be using Raging Smash.
Smash the Skitterer.
With 2 dice. Here we go. Let's see. Hopefully it's an explosion.
You can do 6 damage with 2 dice.
Let's see. We can.
It is possible.
3?
3.
And then I could add 1 more
for 4.
With this for 4, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough.
No, it's not going to be enough.
Well, I'll do the 3 damage.
3 damage is still pretty good.
I'll do 3
damage. Is damage.
Damage is damage, right? So he's at 3 health.
All right.
And these guys are at 6 health because it's 2 per player.
Yeah.
And that was your action.
That was it.
So this is the interesting. You got the maneuver left.
So what I'm going to do is, for my maneuver, I'm just going to do recovery. So what I have a choice of recovering health or stamina. It's one of the choices you have. Recovery, I'm just going to do a little bit of recovery to my health. So what will happen is I take this and I flip it over, and then I'll put it back on my stack. Now I just want to give you an idea of what happens if I get just beat on. Let's say
which is not going to happen.
I have 10 of this. I would flip these over as I get hit. If I ever get to the point where all those are gone, I would flip this over, and now I'm in a kind of a wounded state. These will come back. I'll have less chips for my health. I would have 6 on top of here. And if I were to ever reach the end of those, then I'd be out for the scenario.
Like out.
Out.
So
you can watch me and Ryan play the rest of the scenario.
So that's that.
Well, yeah, you don't want to start with 6 though.
Yeah, definited flip it back over to 10.
Yeah, there. Oh, let me flip
that. Yeah. You don't want
Jeremy keeps trying to make it more difficult on us.
You're right. All right,
mid-campaign.
So that was it, right? So that's it for all of us. So we're still gonna flip over a card.
Yeah.
Now this is we're on round 3, right?
Yes, this is round 3.
All right, so we will spawn 1 more spider at the end of the round. We've spawned 4 total. That was because the spawning card that we drew told us to spawn 1 spider at the end of every round. We spawned 1 to start with, and then 2, 3, and 4 for the first 3 rounds. If we had waited to initially spawn the skitterers, there would have been more. But since we did it early, they've kind of trickled in at the end of every round.
Yeah, and hopefully this is it. for the skitters, but we don't know.
This is it for this card. This card says only for the first 3 rounds.
okay.
And
Thank you.
we just finished the 3rd round.
Thank you.
So that card's kind of done, actually.
Yeah.
So now we just need to determine our actions, and I assume you're
Correct.
going to be
I'm
just
smashing.
smashing skitters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you and I can decide.
Yeah,
well, I think I can get back to G and see if I can interact with it because it's only one space away.
Yeah, you can get probably there. I have to climb down this and risk this damage. I can actually use my magic at range. I can hit
it is
that.
connected to this
It is.
thing.
Yeah, it's connected.
I can't shoot any of these because there's this higher terrain, and you can see these little arrows that indicates it's higher.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
a little
can't
higher
shoot
with
through
it.
it. But this connects, so I can shoot this guy from
Okay.
where
So
I'm
you're going to
standing.
do an attack.
What color is your attack, by the way?
My attack is a green attack.
Okay,
So-
we'll see when we flip the card, but I just
Oh
want to
yeah, who's first? Blue
So
or
we have
green?
like red, green, and blue. We have all these
Well,
colors.
I'm not sure. Should I do this because I can get there? And I assume this might be a test.
We don't know what
Probably.
This, we don't know what this is until we flip.
So I'm going to focus
Okay.
just so that I can.
Yeah, because you can get here. You have 3 movement.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I even just can
Oh,
get
it's only
2
2
movement.
spaces away.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah,
I'm
you're
good.
good.
All
I'm
right,
good.
here we go.
All right, let's see what it is.
Dun dun dun.
All right, green is
Green is
first.
first.
Oh, that's me.
That's
so
you.
There
I'll
you
start
go.
with attacking.
All right.
All right, so I get 2 dice for this attack. Now, the damage I deal is going to be decreased by 1 because I have to focus because there's an ally in that
Yeah.
same space.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to do at least 4 successes here
To get
Yeah.
it.
to get it. And I got 3,
3.
4. Let's
4.
do it. Let's spend that,
Nice.
that
There you go.
achievement.
I like
so
it.
that's
So
4.
You're down 1 achievement token.
I'm
now.
down 1 achievement token, but I did 4 damage, reduced to 3, which is enough to kill that one. So
Nice,
it
there you
is
go.
it is removed.
That's good.
So-
Now you're in an empty space.
You got some
know
freedom
what time
there.
it is.
So
now
that
you
was-
still have a maneuver though.
Oh, I do still have a maneuver. The question is, do I want to go to D and risk that damage?
Do it. Just do
Okay,
I mean,
it.
you
let's
have
do it.
you have
Let's
to
do it.
climb down.
I'm gonna
Get
move
down
here.
eventually.
So 2 things happen. First of all, I have to do my response here, and I'm going to roll 2 blue dice, or I'm going to take 2 damage.
And you took 2 damage.
Taking 2 damage. Oh, that's bad for me.
Oh, he's not. In
I
good
am not
shape.
in great shape here.
Okay.
You might want to recover
Next time.
for your maneuver.
I might want to for
Yeah.
next maneuver.
Oh, although that was a maneuver.
So I'm
wasn't
going to
it?
have to climb back down this just like I climbed up, which is another test of 4. So I'm not going to do that this turn. I guess I could. I still have a maneuver left, don't I?
Oh, does it
Or
cost
one
a movement?
It does cost 1 movement and
Yeah.
4 agility.
I mean, you may as well.
If you have the hook and rope, which I do, you get +2 to it. So I just need to roll 2 successes here.
And
Ooh.
so here's the deal.
Do I want
He
to?
could spend his stamina.
I say wait, dude.
I'll
jump
spend 1
down.
stamina
Oh,
and 1.
oh.
You can do
you
1
go.
per roll.
Okay.
So that's enough. I can move to another space.
Are you gonna move down with me or over
I
here
have
where
to
it's
move-
safe?
No, I have to move to your space. I moved to here.
Yep.
Oh,
This
where D is.
Where D is. So I'm jumping down basically to you. I'm gonna have to recover next maneuver.
Yes,
I just want you
for
guys
sure,
to know
for
that.
sure. In fact, you might even want to take 2 maneuvers next time
I
and
might
recover,
just to recover twice.
Yeah.
This is I'm in a bad situation. If any
You're
one of these
bad.
skitterers gets past you, I might be in real trouble.
Yeah.
So after green is the green monster, and we don't have one.
Yep.
And then it's blue,
Yeah.
which is you.
Blue. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right in. So I'll move my maneuver, get in there 1, and then I'll attack. Can I get the other red die, please?
Yeah.
Yes, please do something.
right.
Get some explosions this time.
All right. Here we go. Big one.
So this guy has 6 hit points. Oh yes,
Ooh,
Is that
3
three?
plus an
3
explosion.
plus an explosion.
So you could
And
do
then-
5.
And then you could do
5?
if
Yep.
you want to.
Plus 1
Boom.
more.
6.
Oh,
6.
nice.
1 attack
Now
success.
That's a smash.
that's a smash.
That's a smash.
That was
All right.
good. Goodbye, Skitter.
Yeah, I count that. Well done.
All right.
Okay, it's down to me
That
and
felt
this
good.
tree. That was pretty sweet.
I did something.
Now, it's going to be disappointing if I go back to this tree and completely fail.
Well, let's see what we've got. So go
So
back.
I'm going to do my maneuver and go 1, 2, and now I'm within 1 of G. What's
Yeah,
it say,
it's-
Ryan?
Blocked way. The fallen whisper tree completely obstructs your passage. You can go around it, but Legionary and Birdie, that's our
Yeah, Birdie's the
Corporal
wagon.
and the wagon, yeah. They cannot. The tree looks heavy, but somehow you must move it. Before that, you have to cut off its roots, which I did up there.
Yes.
So you can examine it closer from 1 space away.
Please do.
It's a complicated job. You have to
Of
get a
course.
strength check of 12 on this. But you're going to get +2 for every piece of hard work you did over here. So you're going to get +4.
And that's for the check.
And this is a cumulative check. So you're going to get to add X marks for every success. So you can take multiple rounds to get to this 12. So hopefully before we run out of time, we'll have this chopped down and we can start moving the
And
cart.
I'm focused. So I'm going to be rolling 3
that's true.
dice on a might check towards 12.
And you get +4
and we get a
added onto it.
+4. So can I get 8 out of this?
I mean, if you get enough explosions, you could get anything.
That's true. Oh,
+1.
Oh yeah, you could get
Plus one
+1
of
from your
those.
achievement.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
We'll see what happens
see
here.
it.
All right, wish me luck, everyone.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, there's 1 explosion.
And then 2
So 2.
with
So
an explosion. So I've got
You're
2.
at 5 currently. 2, 4, 5.
No, this is the explosion
6.
itself is 1. So
That's
6,
7,
7,
8,
8.
9, 10, 11, 12. If you want to use 4 stamina,
Or use 1.
you can use 1 achievement
I'm going to use an achievement for
and
1.
3 stamina.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought just
3.
Oh,
You'll need 3.
Yeah,
You're
you
at-
need 3.
Oh.
Because
yeah,
2 for
you're at
this
nine-
one.
Yep, 2 for
and
this
then
one and
1
1
for
for
that
this
one.
one.
So I'll do it.
That's
I'll do
worth it. You got it. 12.
You know, I thought your turn was going to be the really exciting one, but come on.
That was a lot
Come on.
of
Give
experience.
it to us.
All right, we're going to reveal 2 cards, the circle story card and the diamond story card. So let's see.
You know what it was?
here.
Forearms.
Okay.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I think we're ending on a cliffhanger here
Whoa.
for our first scenario
boy.
2. The road is clear. You painstakingly chop at the roots and branches off the tree so it is no longer stuck, and you cut the tree. Then, using the hook and rope, you drag the trunk of the heavy conifer to the side of the road. Legionary the Toggle grunts happily, anxious to continue. So we're going to flip this over.
Oh, very cool.
Now we have a empty path here. Is that...
That is cool. That is close.
It's something like that. Oh, it's
Yeah.
like this, maybe?
Yeah. There, oh,
You're close.
there
It's
you
really hard to figure out where this is supposed to line up at.
There it is.
go. There it is. Right
There it is.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah. That looks right.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah.
That's right. Cool.
That is cool. So Togirl's going right here. I'm in this space.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
There you go.
There we go. That
There
looks a little
we
better.
go.
That feels a
All
little
right, that
better.
looks-
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
actually
We
even
can
closer.
we can move
Right
him
there.
2 spaces to start.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. So he's a little clear. All right.
And he's still
Yes.
more than 3 spaces
Yeah, that's
away.
one thing we didn't talk about because it didn't happen. But he will not move up to 3 spaces away unless we take an action to calm him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You got
there's an explosion.
Wait, what? I assume you don't mean a dice.
I don't. It looks like a firework, but slower moving. A trail of ruby fire rises, whistling into the sky from somewhere beyond the forest. It hits in the middle of the road, farther up.
What?
The loud explosion brings with it smoke, stone fragments, and the smell of burnt wisp trees. Our only option is to watch in horror.
Oh,
Wait,
oh.
what?
Caught in the explosion. Reveal story card square,
Oh my gosh.
which is that one. Any heroes or enemies in the area shown have been caught in the explosion.
So this says crater in the road.
Yep.
Generally not a good thing. The stone and cement of the road erupts from the ground, and the air is filled with dust and crackling magical energy. Once the dust settles and the energy subsides, you see the large crater that the explosion has left behind. Flip.
Oh, no,
Okay,
where
we've
is
got the
that?
large crater. Where is...
I think it's right here.
Oh, it is?
Yep, because so
So it's going to go like this?
yep, it looks like that.
Oh, man.
So anyone that was in that space, which is the
Let's go.
spider,
Yeah.
is going to take 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So
So
it's in that space.
Yeah, it's in
yeah.
that space.
So 3.
So number 3 is going to take 2 damage.
I have to say,
And this card is removed from the game.
I'm digging the cards that get added
I
to
know.
them
That's
now.
pretty,
Yeah,
that's
that is pretty cool.
That's pretty
That
cool.
is very cool.
Yeah. All right, so that is our second round. Well, we still will reveal a fake card at the end of
Yeah. it's still
David's
a
turn.
card.
And
that's-
that doesn't spawn another skidder, right?
That's correct. We're past that now.
Done with the
Yeah.
skidders,
Yep.
hopefully. Yeah, and that is what we're going to do on round or scenario 2. We are going to finish this out, and then we're going to be right back to show you just a little bit of a taste of scenario 3, probably not quite as much, and then we'll recap the whole thing. So we'll be right back.
We're back in scenario 3. We left you guys on a big cliffhanger. There was a giant explosion. We're not going to spoil what happened, but it was kind of crazy, and it led to some complications in scenario 2. We didn't do great in scenario 2. We did finish it. We got the cart all the way to the end. We only got 1 out of all the possible achievements. We got 1.
Yeah.
And we definitely did not find everything. In the first scenario, we found everything.
Yeah, I think we did everything in the first
In the
scenario.
second one, we knew we were running out of time. We wanted to get the best possible ending, but that meant that we skipped a lot of stuff. So coming into scenario 3, we definitely did not have as much new stuff as we did from scenario 2. We still have our tools that we had before.
Right. Yeah.
We still have our experience that we had saved. Plus, I got one. We all got one more achievement. Yeah. And we didn't really get any new items or anything.
We did get new powers.
Got some new moves.
Exactly, but we did level up again and get a new power.
Yeah.
I chose, mine is actually called Empower. It heals people, or actually recovers people their stamina.
Yeah.
So it can recover your stamina from a distance.
That's not bad.
No, it's pretty good. I haven't used it yet.
No.
And we probably should say this too, because I have one called Boulder, and now I have a ranged attack, so now to make up for my ability to move around. But we had 3 tiles that we could choose, and we could put one in there. So there is some choice, so like you're kind of equipping yourself going into a scenario. We just didn't show it there. But yeah, I have Boulder Smash. I can throw up to 3 away and chuck 2 dice, but I like that. I can pick up a rock. Boom.
I got aimed shot, and I had a choice too. It was aimed shot, or I think it was dancing blade or something like that. And that one was I could make a melee attack and then move away. This one is a more powerful attack, but it's a ranged attack, and it's just more powerful. I'm rolling plus 3 dice to the effect of the small bow.
Yeah, I could have taken a better damage spell, but I wanted this Empower. I wanted the chance to heal. So we were able to do that before we started this scenario. We have kind of found this ruin. The events of scenario 2 led us into this ruin, and we are exploring this ruin. We found a chasm where skitterlings are starting to come out. We've played a couple rounds into it, enough to know that we're collecting these little runic plate tokens.
Yeah.
And we have to use these. We have to place them in very specific indentations to turn off all these force fields, with our goal of making our way into the scenario, or deeper into the scenario. And what's interesting here is we don't really have a success or fail condition. In the first scenario, it was timed. We had a certain number of rounds. In the second one, we had a goal to push our car all the way down the road. In this one, we actually do not know.
It literally said, you'll know when you know.
You'll know when you know. There will be a card somewhere in this deck that when you hit it, it says, congratulations, you completed the mission. And there's also a card here that says, I'm sorry you failed.
Right.
And there are levels in between. So there's like a good ending, and you can get a bad ending.
Yeah.
So we don't know how well we're going to do here, or which ending we're going to get, because we don't know what our goal is other than to explore this ruin.
Yeah, and so far, like Ryan said, we have collected a couple of the runic plates, and I was glad to know, because I got this runic plate back from the first scenario.
Yeah.
And we haven't known what it was going to do until now. We're assuming this is also good to open one of these inner doors.
Yeah.
I would say you see these in here too. Like you're starting to see more of the visual cues because we've seen the items that you can find. We start to see locations where we can find stuff. But now I'm starting to see, like now that we've done this on several pages, I'm looking for things that match up.
Yeah.
We have some rooms we don't have, and they're going to be on here on the board.
So if we want to get into this inner room,
we
need this rune. Yeah. And those runes are, some of them we found. The 2 that we found are out here, and we had to do some sort of skill check or something to get them.
We started a little bit into this one because, again, the first couple rounds we just basically spent exploring. Yeah. And now we've actually kind of explored. We've got some tokens. We can actually start to enter into that
yes,
ruin.
I've got the leaf token, and that's going to get us hopefully into this door here.
Yeah. So we thought this would be a good place for you guys to join us again as we kind of start to finish exploring this outside of the map and make our way into that ruin and see what's waiting for us.
All right, so we're choosing our actions.
Yeah, we have not revealed the new round. We know that there are skitterers. Luckily, none of them have spawned yet, but we know that they can spawn out of this chasm.
I'm moving super fast once again.
I am going to, so where are you going? Are you going up north?
I think I'm going to go up here. I see this. I want to check this out.
I see there's
we
like
haven't
a hole
checked
here.
that out.
Yeah, I want to check that.
I see a glowing thing here. You were talking about cues on the map.
Yeah.
It looks, I mean, there's like a spider web surrounding it.
But
I mean, it's
a
gem.
A glowing gem
It's some
with
kind of
a not so inviting cocoon or spider web wrapped around it. So we'll see what that is. I'm actually, because I have this leaf runic tile to get in, and we know that we've been close enough to Jay to know that it gets us into that door.
The lightning doorway.
So I'm really just going to try to head over there so we can get inside there.
Well, I'm going to have to take an extra maneuver to get there.
I too am going to have to take an extra maneuver, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Are you doing
extra maneuver.
All right, let's
All
flip
right,
it
here
up
we
and
go.
see
We
what we
flip
got.
over the card. All right, so now we don't have any more enemies on here. But in this scenario, just so you know, as enemies pop up, these special effects will start triggering on the cards as well. But we don't have any of them on here, so we move on to red. Anybody have a red action?
I did not.
Now we move on to blue. And
I
just want to
do have a blue action.
I just want to say this. I didn't realize it, but as we upgrade these pieces, it actually changes like our color setup.
Yeah.
I'm still slower than everybody, so mine are blue and green.
I did take one red.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, hey, that's important.
I finally got a blue, so I have a mixture now.
So now you have a mix, but I'm just slower, generally slower. So all my better actions, my action maneuver, I'm slow. So this guy that was interesting.
My power is red, so I know I can heal you before you would take your action, which is good.
that's good.
Yeah.
So blue is gonna go. That would be me. So I'm gonna move. However, I was scouting this out. As soon as I move one space,
You have to take a look at C.
we're gonna trigger C and A.
Oh, and A. Oh, yeah, A's 2 away. So there's A.
A is
And here's
the
C.
mother. All right. Well, let's.
Okay, hold on.
You spot something big moving behind the ruins. Before you have a chance to react, a Vernoan hive mother rises up and towers over you, webbing dripping from her body. She seems uninterested in your presence. You realize it must be better to keep her docile.
So she's
We
not,
have this
she's not
giant
attacking
spider.
it. Oh, so this looks like the Skitterer's mom.
It is.
Skitter mama.
She has an ability called Mother's Instinct. If any one of us ever attacks a Skitterer, we flip her to the other side.
Oh.
I can't imagine the other side's
I
positive.
can't imagine
She
that
doesn't
either.
give us all the winnings.
I
We
don't
don't
think she
want to make
comes in.
Mama angry.
She doesn't come and give us a high five.
Yeah.
So here is C,
Oh,
which is
C.
the crystal on a
That's
pedestal
what-
sitting in
yes.
front of the hive
That's
mother.
what I was looking for. Inside the walls is a pedestal holding a blue crystal. The pedestal is as weathered as the rest of the ruin, but the crystal is shiny and clean. This vulnerable and magical Agura crystal would not have survived here for centuries without being taken by robbers or skitterers. Someone must have put it here recently to power up something.
Huh.
So I can take the magical crystal. I'm going to depower the grade. I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Well, I got to finish my move, which requires me to have spent 2 stamina. So I really need 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And then I can flip this. Take the magical crystal. You feel the Agura crystal's magical energy as you remove it from the pedestal. You can feel its warmth and power in your hand. A low hum that had surrounded the ruins dwindles. You had not noticed it was even there, but its lower pitch now makes it obvious. Was the crystal powering something inside the hill? I don't know, but I gained an Agura crystal token.
That's that blue.
And this card is removed from the game. Yeah, it's a little blue token. You can,
Alright.
Yep, that's the one. And I'll take that, and the card is gone. So nothing terrible
So that's your
happened.
turn. So Ryan's almost inside a web place with the hive mother,
Yeah.
just taking crystals.
Yeah.
Just don't. Just if there's no skitterlings, so I'm not really worried. She's docile.
You're so brave.
For now.
You're so brave.
I'm so brave for
You're so
sitting right
brave.
here next to this docile spider queen. Yeah.
You're so brave.
Who's green?
I'm up. I'm up.
We're both green.
I'm gonna go.
So go ahead.
So I'm just gonna take one step and then unveil B here.
Oh,
Reveal
that's
Bree-
close
reveal
enough.
Bree-
Yeah. What is B? What do we
B is
got?
one away.
B is under the shadow of a goddess.
Ooh.
All right. Under the shadow of a goddess, a large statue of Lanamora, the old pagan goddess of Netigri, overlooks the whole ruin. In the shadow of the statue are the remnants of a building that do not seem to be a house exactly, more like covering for a hole or a cellar door. Beneath the vines and skitterer webs, there are spiral stairs leading downwards.
I'm sure there's nothing.
We
there.
gotta be on it to flip it, right?
Yeah, I have to be beyond it to flip it. So I need to do. I just need to play one more there.
Yeah,
So
to
that'll
move.
let you move 2.
Yeah.
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 All right. So then I'm in there, and
Yep.
then I flip. Beneath the goddess, it says, "You have descended the winding stairs, but the passage further is overgrown. You can easily move the vines aside if you want to move along." It says, "Reveal story card, dark circle, and place next to the scenario map."
That's it.
Yeah.
The abandoned chamber. This one says the dark vault has been nicely preserved from robbers, if not from flora. The air is damp and heavy. Under the plants at the back, you see a stone tablet. Oh, probably
another stone
another tablet. This just says flip.
All right.
Oh, this is a new sort
Yeah.
of location. So we'll put that down here.
Okay.
So
now,
this...
before we go, it says heroes and enemies may spend 1 movement point to move from one area containing B.
I see.
To another area. Okay, so
from
my other
here
maneuver.
to here.
So your other maneuver be jump down there?
All right, so I'm going to jump down there.
You don't even have to spend stamina.
Right, that's just one move, right?
So that would be my other maneuver. Okay.
All right, now you are within 1 of Y.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that stone.
Oh, why?
Yeah, probably that stone platform.
I'm just moving in there because I'll just move in there. I want to move all the way up in there.
Yeah, you're going to move all the way in. Well, wait, you got to stop, though. You got to stop because it reveals first.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Take a look.
All right, buddy. Here we go. I love risky. A seller Skinner. I'm so risky. It's ridiculous. All right. The mossy cellar is home to an angry Skitterer. Behind the bug is a broken stone tablet, the victim of a rockfall. On the table is a stone lid covering something that radiates with magical energy. Spawn! It says spawn a Skitterer in an area containing Y.
So you're in this little room face to face with a Skitterer.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Okay, well.
Defense mode. So it says, if not possible if an enemy is there. So I would be able to do something if they weren't there. So right now.
I see.
Is
So
there
you
a
have
way
to take care of the Skitterer.
But the threat is there because if I attack them.
Yeah, can you get rid of this without attacking it? Because I am standing right next to this.
Yeah, so we'll just leave it be. We'll leave it be right there.
Are you going to try to negotiate your next
done.
Let me run away before you attack this thing. I don't want to be.
done.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
done.
So that's on me.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way I can have as much of an exciting turn as you guys have taken. I'm running around here to see if I can get in this door.
Okay.
Wait, I think you have this door.
Oh, that's right. I have the leaf door.
I have that moon door down there.
All right.
So I am 1, 2, 3 away. Plus, I'd have to go through some nastiness.
Or you could go
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Which would just cost me some stamina.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Going through the nastiness is only 3. That's your best bet, honestly.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. So I'm spending a stamina to go through
3, but you gotta stop here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You're only taking 2 damage. You prevent 1 of it.
I prevented 1, so I'm taking a damage. So another token comes off, but on the wound side.
Yep.
And then I continue on.
2, 3.
3.
We already had Jay out.
Yep.
So you do have the leaf ruin, right?
Yep.
All right.
Place the runic plate on the slot and the area containing flip. The runes are aligned. You carefully place the wildly vibrating runic plate on the stone carving. They attach together with a satisfying click. The runic plate goes still, crackles with magical power, and you see the lightning disappear from the doorway.
Oh, nice.
Remove the X from that, and then remove this card from... And I still have another maneuver because that was my first maneuver up to that door.
Get in there. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in.
If you take 1 step in, you'll reveal X.
K.
And K.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I will do that. I'm not gonna expend stamina, so I'm just gonna move a total of 2. So that was the first. What's K?
K is called Beneath the Hill.
Oh boy.
You're now in. You're in there.
Oh, I love the artwork on these things. Beneath the hill, the corridors inside the hill differ greatly from the surrounding town. The walls are expertly made of white stone and illuminated by magic. This must be one of the structures left behind the ancients millennia ago. But now, evil power sparkles all around you. It says, danger, flip.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
This doesn't look... Oh, it's explaining some things that we were wondering about here.
Oh, here we go.
Reveal story card. It's like a square.
The square one?
It's an empty square, if such a thing exists.
Yep, the summoning circles.
It says, 2 of the rooms have slots outside them. You may place the runic plate with the matching symbol on the slot to remove the ancient X barrier. That's going to be...
The sun symbol?
This and this.
Okay.
Yep.
Then it says, whenever you enter an area containing one of the symbols below, perform the corresponding ability check.
Oh.
So there's these little sort of purplish icons in a lot of these rooms.
Okay.
Traps.
And you have to do might, agility, or will, depending on what icon it is.
Oh, okay. So I can see the difference between these.
So
right
yes,
here.
if I went into the X space next,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do a might check.
Ooh,
Okay.
Well, maybe leave that one for
I might.
Tirax there.
I might.
You might.
I just might.
You just might.
So that's added to
So that's
the game.
always going to be an effect.
And
now.
then,
Well,
what was that?
There was a story card that came out with that called Summoning Circles. The unmistakable presence of evil magic is confirmed by the recently etched summoning circles. You recognize the four-pointed arrow as the symbol of Aox, and the demonic ruins suggest uncanny knowledge. Summoning magic. Reveal card 3.
Oh my gosh.
Here
I thought my turn was going to be boring compared to yours.
Event card 3. It should be one of the bottom ones.
Oof. Uh-oh. That's usually a
Lumen
bad thing.
Demon.
Uh-oh.
Demons out now.
Whoa.
Start a timer.
What?
So we're gonna use the deck and create a timer.
Yeah.
For 3 heroes, it's gonna have 11 cards.
Okay.
So when it reaches 11, spawn a Lumen Demon in the area corresponding to the direction on that round's fate card, and then reset the timer.
Oh, wow. And then what's the bottom part?
Each time a Lumen Demon is summoned, place an X marker on one of the slots on this card. After you've placed the 4th X marker, you have failed the scenario.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
We should end it right there. We can't give him everything. We can't give him everything because that's crazy.
So
that's crazy. So that's like a time?
That's a timer. We're going to make a timer of 11
we will set that
cards.
up in a moment. There's one more card to look at, though.
Oh.
And that's X
Yeah, that's
that
just
I can
rocks.
see.
That's just rocks and rubble, basically. Not as exciting as.
Rocks and rubble. The floor and corners are covered in fallen rocks and debris. Next to a huge rockfall is plenty of rubble that you would pay little attention to, except something seems to be moving underneath it.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go to that location. I think I'm just gonna stay put for now.
Yeah, it's probably safe.
Yeah, because I don't even want to try this test right now.
Yeah.
Because I want to.
All right, so that's the end of our round. So
That-
we will
We got to
set
flip
up.
this over. We got to flip that over.
Yeah, and we'll set up a timer deck.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do all that off camera.
Yeah.
But we wanted to give you just a taste of what's going on here. This one definitely has a lot more to it. We're having to get some pieces, put them in place to progress. And not unlike the tree in the last scenario, I suppose.
Yeah.
But we're going to try our best to get through this thing before, what were those things called?
The Lumen Demons.
Before the Lumen Demons overrun us. And we'll come back after we're done and tell you about the entire experience.
All right, party people, we are back. We just got done playing 3 scenarios of this stuff.
Yes.
And it was intense.
This
last one was definitely intense.
It was maybe the longest round one we've done. Not that you've seen all of the gameplay, but we played a lot of Agemonia today.
I will. We've been playing most of the day. We stopped. We took a meal break. Honestly, we played for more hours than I've played most board games, and we have finished the 3-part tutorial.
Just the tutorial.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably pretty easy to say that there is a lot of content here. You are going to get a lot of hours of gameplay out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, if the tutorial's any indicator. And as you saw through the different pieces that we did, the tutorial builds for sure. The first one just introduced the concept of like moving around, doing some skill checks for the most part, but also incredible narrative, in my opinion, or a lot of it for sure. And then the second one added combat, which was unfortunately present also significantly in the third one, which you didn't see.
Yeah, it was insane.
But we fought off the Broodmother.
Yeah, the Broodmother. Yeah.
A couple skitterers.
Yeah, just a few.
And then some demons.
Yeah, that was
some demons.
Yeah, that was where we left, was when we were building the countdown, and that was super interesting because we were discarding those fake cards, and when those fake cards each have a number, they added up to 11. We have to summon a demon. So we're sitting there waiting to reveal the next card to see how many demons come out, and
we didn't have too many.
We didn't, but we had to fight them all.
Yeah,
it got real. It got real intense.
I took the brunt of that.
You did.
I'm down to 3 away from being knocked out because I'd gotten wounded and I was back down to. I was doing the lion's share of the fighting of the demons.
Well, you were, because you found a basically demon killing weapon.
Oh yes. Well, I don't want to ruin it, but I have a weapon here behind my hands that was pretty sweet. And I'm going to tell you this: you're watching the video, you want some of it to be ruined. This was a thing that I could slot something into. There was a gem that could be slotted that boosted it. So the whole concept that there are items and weapons where then you can find maybe a gem somewhere and then you can use that gem to slot it and it makes it more powerful, that alone is pretty cool.
That's what's set through all of this stuff is that you're discovering. I felt like this game was like a true cooperative game. I mean, you are really going about doing your own thing, finding out these clues, finding out a rune that you had from some other part of the game, and then boom, this is what it's for. And you're like, oh, now that we know this, you need to get here and you need to get there. And like, it's just interesting how this develops. And I was really impressed how it kept getting better at doing it. And it almost felt like Jaws of the Lion. Like it really, that tutorial where you're opening up slowly, eventually, and then you find out what the game is. And I mean, wow, just everything they've opened up in this. And I want to
touch on something about when we're talking about true cooperative. And this really is, because one thing I dislike in some dungeon crawler games or some narrative games is when it's cooperative, but you have a secret objective. Or you have XP, and you have that guy that's like, well, I don't want to give you my sword of zombie killing, even though you're better at it, because I want the XP.
Yeah, that's
right?
a good point.
And there's no reason to hoard things. If you pull an item that's better for someone else, you want them to have it because you want them to succeed. I was rooting for you guys to get the best items so you could come bail me out when I was kind of in that corner.
And not only have they done that through the narrative and just the general mechanics of how this game is played, but some of those achievements that you don't even really know what they are before you finish the scenario are going to kind of reinforce the fact that you want to cooperate, right? Because I won't spoil this, but there was an achievement in our last scenario that would have benefited me from being particularly helpful, right? And giving up something that maybe I wanted. I didn't get that achievement.
We only got one achievement in the last last scenario. They get hard, and they really encourage you kind of to play a little differently than you might. Like the one that was pacifist for getting through the scenario without killing anything. Like that's tough
crazy.
One.
That's crazy.
Well, you're telling me.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. We had some really cool moments too in this last scenario that you missed out on. And one of the things I'll say, at least with the tutorial, it slowly introduced a lot of different things. One of which was some very much more unique items that would come into play. Not only some weapons and stuff that you'd want to have in your active slots, but just some things like potions. You had some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we probably shouldn't spoil those things. But we had some. I did some pretty cool stuff.
Set up the one.
Okay.
That one situation where you just laid the beat down.
So I was fighting the broom mother. She was tearing me alive, and I kind of got tired of being too proud. So I did swing at her, and then I used an invisibility thing and flew across. Teleported across the board. So yeah, it was pretty cool. You saw the end of that kind of when I was fighting the spider there. What is it? What's the name of those things?
The
skitters. And then eventually when I fought them, I found some things, and that's kind of how I ended up using that later on. And that was cool too. Like, what else can they come up with? Because we've kind of saw those cards go on the board, and we saw how that changed up the way things looked. Then we had one that came off the pages and it was on the side here. So it's interesting to see what they will continue to do. This is only tutorial stuff. What they do with those cards that go out there. I mean, I could see all kinds of ideas from that stuff.
And not only that, we played this today without the assistance of an app that they're going to have.
Yeah.
So that's going to make things even a little bit more accessible and a little easier in terms of getting through all of this. We were looking through all the cards and having to reference the book a little bit more than I think you will with the app. And the app is going to have some narration involved with some of the narrative that comes out.
Having the cards and seeing your tableau of your available actions is kind of helpful.
It is. It's kind of cool. And at least with the tutorial, all the components that kind of came out would explain pretty thoroughly what we needed to do. We didn't really have to reference the rule book too much. I mean, it is obviously something you have to read through to make sure you understand everything in the game, but a lot of it is kind of spoon-fed to you as you play.
Taught as you play.
And we didn't even get a chance to talk about leveling up. We just got a little bit of details that we were kind of reading out, but we're not going to spoil any of that stuff for you.
But it's got some
cool things going on.
I mean, you level up, which we didn't even do at all today.
Like, and that's what, hey, one thing we should say, though, like, that's fully cooperative, too, because we share the XP. It's just XP.
Yeah, we just all level up
so
at the
it's
same
nothing
rate.
like, I get, like you said, I get 10, you get 4, or whatever.
These abilities that we've earned, they can be switched out with others. So you'll end up with a pool of abilities. Yeah. You'll always get to choose 2 going into a scenario. So you can really customize your character's role. Like, I kind of think I'd be better as a healer. I want to get another healing spell because being able to give you your stamina back was incredibly helpful.
Yeah, and there's stuff we haven't encountered. I mean, and we experienced that and encountered new stuff as we played, but I mean, a lot of the items here, or all of my items, have a money value. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we never encountered anything where we would spend money. Yeah, we made some money, and I made 3 here, but I can tell you I have an item here that's worth significantly more than 3. So I don't think I'd ever want to get rid of this.
No, I don't
whatever
think so.
it may be. You
I
don't
have
know.
no items.
You have your fist.
You have no items.
You still have your fist. You did use your items, by the way.
Yes, I did use my
You used a couple
zap
items.
around the map.
I did use my items.
But anyway, that was our experience playing Agemonia. Just the tutorial, like we said. So you're going to want to take a look for this when it's coming and hitting crowdfunding and Kickstarter pretty soon. As of the time this posts, it'll be very soon. So if you have any questions at all, make them in the comments below. We'll get in there and answer what we can. We'll probably enlist the help of some of the people at the game company to help answer those questions. Cross my fingers, hopefully. But until next time, please make sure everyone has fun at the table.
Yeah.
And we'll see you then.
Take care, party people.